doing this video now because I just want to talk about some stuff. Is that okay? Just want to talk about some stuff. I just left the store. I left the grocery store just now, and I had to pick up a pork butt because that is what my daughter requested as her birthday dinner this weekend at my mama's house. It was hard to buy the pork, even though I want Chloe to have everything that she wants for her birthday, like dinner-wise and all that stuff. It was hard for me to buy this pork because it's a little-bitty pork for $18, and I'm not even sure that it's going to be enough for everybody. I had to pause the video. I hope there was a cop behind me. I didn't want to get pulled over for making videos. I know this is dangerous. I got y'all in a little holder thing, so I'm not actually holding you. I don't know if it's going to be enough for all of us, so I'm going to let Patrick look at it and determine if we need to get another one. We were just gonna do like cheeseburgers, and hamburger meat is high too. But pork has always been cheaper. Pork has always been on the cheaper side. When we ran the barbecue trailer, pork was the cheapest meat. Like, it was the easiest to do, and it was more profitable than brisket, of course, but it's really gone up in price too. Of course, everything has, even chicken. You know, chicken is one of those foods that has always been cheap and affordable for your family, but these days, not so much. And we know it's only gonna continue to rise. That's just the way it is. I just need to talk through some things this morning, and this actually makes me feel better. I can't explain it. Being able to just release myself, my thoughts, really helps me. And this is also really crazy. It helps me because I can talk it through and share it with you guys, and later you come on when I post it and you encourage me or you give me feedback, and the encouragement really helps. But I'm not having to sit face to face, you know, and feel judged, or maybe feel like I'm going to be persuaded to do something else. I've really had to cut back relationships in my life in this season. I can think of maybe 3 women in my life that I'm willing to sit down, talk, and share some things with, because they aren't trying to persuade me that I'm wrong or whatever. I have distanced myself from people in my personal life, but then I blast everything here on YouTube. It feels safer for some reason. Why is that? Why is it that it feels safer to do it on here than it does with people that you should be able to trust? I don't know why it's like this for me. I'm wired a little different. I know that. I'm wired a little different, and I've come to accept it, and I'm okay with it. Really what's got me like vibing, like I feel like I'm just vibing, like not in a good way, but like more of a like anxiously excited about to, you know, cross over into what we've been planning. Last night I was at a Bible study group, and I looked down at my phone. I was going to get on my Bible app, and I saw a message from Patrick, and he said so-and-so asked when the date was that we were moving out. And it's not our current landlords, it's family of theirs that's, I think, going to move into the house that we're in. It really just kind of shook my mind a little bit, like, oh wow, they're like ready for us to go, like they're ready for us to move. There's a guy cutting the limbs on the side of the road, so I'm gonna slow down a bit. I don't want to be rude. Okay, we're all good. So it shook me up a little bit, and I was like, oh wow, they're really ready for us to move. We've got to get this done. We did plan to go ahead and make September's rent payment, and I believe he told her that we would be completely gone by the end of September. I need that extra time because I haven't stayed on schedule. I haven't gotten done everything that I need to do before we actually move. I said I was going to pull out of everything and I wasn't going to do as much, and that was a lie because I haven't changed. Like, I'm still doing just as much. I'm still trying to run my little business and trying to clean out the house and all the stuff that goes with moving. So my emotions are really running high this morning. I'm excited. I'm excited to just finally get up there, but there's still so much that needs to happen first. So I needed to just blah that out because it's really kind of shooting me up like, okay, wow, we've got to get out. They're ready for us to get out. We don't have everything that we need yet to be set up on there. So being truthful with you guys, the money for the land's gonna take everything that we'll have, like paying for it so that we will own it. And then we will have to start buying things to be self-sustaining as we go without all these other bills. It's going to get easier, and then all the money that we were putting into like living and maintaining and all the, you know, like paying our rent and stuff, that is going to go into the building of the tiny home. But I really am excited. It's just this initial crossover, this crossing over into getting on the properties got me feeling anxious. So there was one of the guys, I don't know if y'all saw, there was one of the guys that walked this road. He looks pretty rough. I just waved and went on. Okay, anyway. But then there's a bigger picture. All this stuff going on in my personal life has nothing in comparison to what is going on in the world, in our country. I'm like, wow, the Lord could come at any moment. So I don't know if y'all have read or heard about like the Euphrates River's drying up, and if you know about biblical things, then you'll know what that means. Also, the Vatican's wanting to move all of the funds into one central location by September 30th, and there's news articles and reports coming out on that, and I'm like, what's going on? Why? And then it made me think of like the one world currency and all the things that are falling into place for the tribulation times. And you'll know, if you're doing the rapture study with me, you know, like, I'm very alert and very aware of the season that we're living in and how the return of Christ is getting so close. So all of this in comparison to our little move seems like nothing. We could totally get moved up there, and then the Lord comes back. You know, Jesus comes calling for us. That could totally happen. So I've got all of this kind of boiling up in me, all these thoughts swirling around, and I just needed to release. As I'm pulling up to the house, I see the two piglets that are running around. I think Patrick's found them a home. I think he's going to give them to some friends of ours from church, which is great because they will be more beneficial to them than they are to us. There's just no way we would be able to butcher pigs where we're going without amenities. And you know, people used to do this all the time. Like, people used to live this way, like off-grid. Like, that was just how the pioneers did it. And so my question is, like, what's different now? Is it because society feels like if you don't have running water and electric that it's a type of being inhumane? I don't know if that's the correct word. But what's the difference between when our great-great-grandparents had to live off, you know, well water, or they had to bring their own water in, or they didn't have electricity, they made it work. So what's the difference between what we're trying to do to rebuild our life and what they used to have to do? One thing I do know for sure is I want Patrick to build some sort of an outhouse, or I'll build some sort of an outhouse. I'm not totally helpless. I know, like, I know I look like it and I may seem like it, but I know the basics. I know how to build some things. I haven't had to in quite a few years, but all of those skills are going to have to come back to me. And I know they will, and I'm not totally helpless. I'm just going to have to, like, toughen up a bit. I've gotten really soft over this last decade. I haven't had to do a whole lot of manual labor like I used to, and my body is, you know, a little older, and so there are some things that I've already noticed that takes a little more effort. So, but everything will be fine. So if I have to build my own little outhouse, or he'll get me started and then I'll finish it, that's going to be a necessity. I need an enclosure. I know he thinks like it's just going to be out in the wilderness, but he's forgetting that I need, like, I have needs. Like, women have needs for privacy, and I need that privacy. And so I was asking for, like, a little outhouse with, like, the compost toilet type setup with a bench. It's kind of like a porta potty. You know how you go in a porta potty and there's like a bench? That's kind of what I have in mind. And then a separate little building thing for our outdoor shower, because I'm absolutely gonna need a shower. I've also found some, like, portable instant water heater things where you can hook up like a hose, and the one that I'm looking at is an electric option, so you would hook it into your solar power and it would heat your water, and then you could have warm showers. Or if I needed to wash up our dishes, I could plug that thing in and heat up water and then wash my dishes. So there are a lot of options for us to be able to live that way in the building process. And it's looking like October will be our free and clear month, where we're not making any payments. And then all the income will go directly into building the house. This weekend is jam-packed full of stuff because we were going to spend the weekend up there working on our road. But Friday and part of Saturday morning is going to be the only time that we actually get to work up there. If we spend the night, it'll just be Friday night. We won't be able to spend the whole weekend, because Saturday we have a wedding at 5, and then Chloe's birthday at my mom's is at 7. And then church on Sunday, and then Monday we've got stuff here that we really need to get stuff done here. In a couple weeks, we had planned to kind of migrate and move up there, but not until we get all this done. Like, I'm freaking out a little bit. Like, I was expecting us to be further along by now, but we're not. But I know it's going to be okay. Now I'm really feeling anxious, so I'm going to shut this video down. I also really need to get out here and mow this yard and start to group things up. The greenhouse still needs to be taken down. All the stuff we want to take up to the property, I want to group it together in the yard so that we can just load it and take it up there when we're ready. But we can't move anything up there until we get the road cut. Okay, I'm shutting her down because I'm talking and making myself feel more anxious. I need to get off here. I need to get busy. God bless you guys. Please pray for us. And if everything stays on schedule, we're going to come on and we'll do the live stream on Friday and just discuss some things. Thank you for letting me release some things to you on this video. God bless you. Have an amazing day.